Okay, welcome back to my channel. I have another message for you all. Prophetic message. The numbers 5522 and 1117 can be significant to you. In Hebrew concordance, this led me to Sikkoth, which is an astral god that the Israelites used to worship. If we go into Amos chapter 5 verse 26, it states, "You have lifted up Sikkoth your king, and Kaiwan your star god, the idols that you have made for yourselves." I also got making astrology your god. So even if the stars and the transits, because I used to be heavily into astrology, so I know what these things are. If these things say one thing about your life, or about your day, or about your week, you shouldn't put these descriptions over the power of God. God created the stars, and He is the author of your life, of your story. So if the transits say one thing, as a child of God, you should know that if Jesus, God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says yes, no one can say no. This also brings me to Bama, which is an elevated high place for idolatry. Now, I know as children of God, Muslims, Christians, and Jews alike, we always think of idols as a shrine or something of the sort. But idols come in many forms. Idols can be anything that you have placed over God and have made it your God. Now, being in the holiness of God will beat a geographic location all the time. And going back to speaking about idols, idols can be your job. If you have put your job over your service to God, which in my last video I said, instead of looking, and I also got that from God as well, none of these messages are my own. If we look at our work and our jobs as a service to the Lord, granted that what you're doing for your work is upright. I'm not talking about things you must do in certain circumstances, because Jesus doesn't judge. And it's God and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that ultimately are the ultimate judges. So our accumulation of goods, or being materialistic to a fault, can be an idol. Money can be an idol. Status can be an idol. Titles can be an idol. Even marriage, which is a gift from God, is also a sacrament to the Catholics, right? God created Eve because Adam shouldn't have been alone. That can also be an idol. anything that is put above God can be an idol. And as children of God, I know at one time and many times in our life, we do fall short because of this. And sometimes it can be the smallest things. You wake up and you immediately check your phone when the first thing you should do when you wake up is say Bismillah, or thank you, God, for giving me another day on this earth. And showing gratitude, acknowledging God before all things. And I'm not saying this to judge or condemn anyone, because I am also guilty of this myself sometimes. And of course, if we do find ourselves doing these things, repenting to God, asking for forgiveness is also key. So, thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your night. Stay blessed, stay golden, stay upright. And I will see you in the next video.